In the last episode, we left off outside the cavity where Mop Mop was protecting two women and their adopted orc son, Toby, after the escape from the attacks on Cirrus. After reintroducing themselves, the Astral surveillance squad helped the civilians by taking out a pack of Hanami Forest Astrals. Leaving one left alive, they brought it back into the cavern, where they then proceeded to try to speak with it. Wanting to learn more about the creatures, they were instead left confused after only being able to pick up on 4 words: invasion, Muldoon, and our home. With a foreshadow following their steps, they returned back to the outpost and informed Captain Rogers of their discovery disguised as a warning. Taking time for themselves after a successful mission, they returned to Duvin's Cafe and enjoyed a night of debauchery while the guards rallied troops from the main city. Finally getting to bed in the dead of night, they now find themselves waking back up in their cots to the sound of a spear piercing through flesh. Welcome back to Retrograde, a D&D campaign by Fudge Droll. I am your Dungeon Daddy, Derek Day, and joining me is Andrew Akers.
Yeah.
Ty Sheets.
Yeah.
Ian Jones.
Yeah.
And Jesse Wagner.
Oh, yeah?
Okay. There's always one.
Andrew, this is directed towards you. Was it ever stated what color Top Knot's hat was? Which is now Felix's hat.
Yeah, it was like imagine like an aviator's hat, like it's kind of like brown.
Oh, man.
But it has that little spinny wheel on the front now, which is rainbow color.
Never mind.
You can dye it.
I was hoping it was red, because I think it would be great if Felix was, short, fat guy, long white beard, long white hair, all white robe with a red hat.
Like Santa?
Bingo. That's where I was going with that.
We need to get a different colored robe.
White fur.
I thought you were going for a Grand Dragon or something.
If
No, that's when I found like the sack of holding and put it on my head.
I don't want to imagine Felix climbing down anyone's fireplace, like give gifts to children.
Who knows? Felix had 3 hours of extreme intelligence, so we might see an entire shift in his character.
God, I hope so.
I'm not making any promises.
Well, in the meantime, you guys have all been woken up in your cots by the sound of a spear piercing a guard's throat and him basically screaming out.
Oh shit! That sounds like the sound of a spear piercing a guard's throat. I know that sound. This is definitely that sound.
It's the Swaggies.
They're uprising. They're taking over.
Burning to the ground.
It's currently 4 a.m.
Is everyone so wasted?
I would probably say so. It's only been about 2 hours since you went to bed.
I could be wasted. Okay.
Means disadvantage on all rolls, right? Or ability checks?
I'll give everybody advantage on strength checks, but disadvantage on dex.
We got them beer muscles, bro.
Do I get anything? Because I was sober at the end of last session.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, cool.
That's unfortunate.
No, I've got a bonus strike.
Can we tell where the sound of the eviscerated guard came from?
It would be the far side of the outpost, exact opposite of where you guys are staying in your huts. So if you can picture you are behind Gertie's in the northeast section, the sound came from the southwest of the outpost.
Are there any swaggies in my bed?
No, there are a few young ones kind of freaking out at the sound, and older ones getting ready to head outside.
So they've also been alerted and are taking up arms.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we going? In what direction is the fighting?
Southwest, but it's still in the outpost.
But it sounds like it's coming from the same level as us, like up in the trees, or it sounds like it's coming from the ground.
The person that was attacked came from your level.
We can't determine whether or not the attackers are in the trees yet.
No, you have no idea where anybody's at. Again, all you've heard is the sound, and you're still inside.
I kicked down the door and burst outside.
I need to go to where Rogers is. I want to start heading toward the hospital. You guys do whatever you got to do, but I can barely... Are there torches or anything lit up? To what extent can those who don't have dark vision see right now?
Stenwick, when you walk out of the hut, You notice it is twilight. Light is starting to come up, however, it's still pretty dim, and there are no torches lit.
No, how do the guards see?
They don't, because they do not expect anything at this time.
What the fuck? I told them like an hour ago that they
What's
invasion. And
We already determined that they're shit guards.
I know, but
We've also determined that there's only like 2 of them, so maybe we shouldn't be too hard on them.
there was like 7.
There are 6 now.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh fuck! They don't listen. All right, I'm gonna start heading over to where the hospital is because Rogers basically runs this place, and if he goes down, then the whole place goes down.
To be fair, he seems to be the only competent one.
What are you guys going to do?
I'm gonna move towards the sound of stabbed person, if I can determine the location or general area.
Ironhammer, you can exit and you can see a guard on the platform in between the general store and the weapons hut on the ground.
He's dead, right?
He's dead, Jim.
Damn. Like dead, no chance to healing word him.
Yeah, basically. So you walk out and you see this guard laying on the platform, blood spewing out. I mean, it depends on how close you want to get before you see something.
Where am I? Am I where I am on the map?
Yes, you have left your hut and you've gotten around Gertie's hut as Stenwick entered. You are still, what is that, probably like 50 feet or so from the guard, but you can see him laying down. You're not up next to him.
I'm 50 feet away. Wait, let me check the range of light. Oh shit, it's touch. All right, never mind. I thought I was like a range spell.
Well, yeah, you could use it anywhere, though.
True. All right, I'm going to cast light on my shield again and try and illuminate the area. See if there's anyone hiding or sneaking about. 20 feet of bright light and then 20 feet of dim light.
Are you approaching the guard?
Yes.
Can you give me a dex roll?
Most wonderful stat. 3.
You can cross over to the main platform in the center where you enter the outpost and continue over to where this down guard is.
Really, with a 3?
Well, this is just movement.
Oh, okay.
You can see the blood spewing out of his throat. The spear is basically lodged inside of it. Once you start to take a look, however, another spear enters and clips you in the shoulder. Because of your plate armor, you only take 2 points of damage. But even with your light, you are not able to see what's on the ground or where exactly the spear came from. You just know it's ahead of you.
Is it the same kind of spear that the Astrals use?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to jump off the platform, so I guess I'll chill for now.
Ty, did you want to do anything?
When we went to bed, did everyone untie themselves from everyone? Did we establish that? I didn't. Because I was still tied.
To Felix.
Yeah.
That's up to you two. Ironhammer and Stenwick are free.
Because, I mean, I was unconscious. So unless Felix untied himself from me, I'd still be going pretty much wherever he is.
You're just being dragged behind him.
That's true.
Unless he tried to wake me up somehow.
We'll cut back when if he gets back. But in the meantime, Stenwick, Gertie's medical hut is pretty much right next to you, so you can exit your hut and enter in. You can see a couple different patients. Gertie doesn't look to be in there yet as of yet, and Rogers is sound asleep in the back corner.
Does no one seems to be reacting in here?
No. Everyone in here, you can tell, are pretty much the same people from the other day. You could assume they're in like intensive care.
We're under attack. I need everyone to board the windows, and I'm going to run over to where Rogers is, and I'm going to wake him up. Captain.
Yes, Lieutenant.
That invasion that I was talking about earlier today, it seems like it's happening. It's happening right now. We're under attack.
Already.
What warning alarms or signals do you have in preparation for something like this? That way we can let the rest of the community know.
We scream really loudly.
Go over to Nico in the weapons tent. He should have something prepared.
Okay. In the meantime, I know you're going to want to go out there and and join the fray, but you are in no condition to do that. I would say just stay here, hunker down. Don't let anyone else in or out until this thing is passed.
I'll do what I can, but no one's going to stop me if they try to enter.
Well, hopefully you still have enough fight in you to stop them if they try, but we're going to keep them from getting that far. At least we're going to try. All right.
Hurry, go to Nico.
And I'm going to leave. Start heading toward where Nico is.
Ironhammer, you are still in front of this guard after taking a spear. You're a little phased, but you can see Stenwick approaching. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, I'm going to take the body away from just being outside. Back towards, I guess, Gertie.
Yeah, roll me a strength.
Strength is 16.
Stenwick, as you rush over to Nico's weapon hut to the northwest of the outpost, you see Ironhammer easily dragging the one-handed the disposed guard, like one pinky, over to Gertie's medical hut. As yet again, another spear just whizzes past your head.
Can I see where the spear's coming from?
I'm going to turn my shield off, too, since it's probably just a big, hey, throw things at me sign.
Yeah, right after the spear whizzes past, you shut your shield off. Stenwick, you can see it came from the west.
Can I see where it had, can I see the thing that shot it?
No, it is still very dark out, especially for you.
All right. I think we should maybe try to get everyone inside. Maybe take a little bit of cover, wait for the sun to rise, and then we can get a better look at the battlefield here. In the meantime, I'm going to bring up my shield and just try to keep Ironhammer covered as he drags the guard.
Yeah, you guys are easily able to get it over to Gertie's hut. There's not much use in trying to save him, but you do have the body. Stenwick, are you going to the Nico's hut?
Yes, I'm gonna. Once I know that Ironhammer is where he needs to be, I'm gonna tell him before I leave. I'm heading over to Nico's hut. I guess it's where Rogers sent me, told me to go. So I'm gonna be heading that way. Let me know if you need anything. I'm gonna take off.
Are there people outside still, just walking around?
Just guards taking basically pot shots into the darkness.
Conserve your ammo. Wait until you make sure you can have a shot before you take it. Right now, you're just wasting.
Okay, Dad.
One of them will respond, sir, yes, sir, and they will start boarding up windows. Once you enter into Nico's hut, you can see him already getting to work. When you enter, you hear his gruff voice. Who is that? We have no time.
I am one of the guards. Captain Rogers sent me here to talk to you. He said that you had something planned, a contingency in the event that something like this happened.
Yes, we have two things we can do. You go grab that crate over on the right side. It's a pretty hefty-looking wooden crate.
I go to do that.
Take that, throw that in the main platform. Let me know when it's ready.
Okay. I listen. I put it on the main platform.
That'll take you a minute or so, and once you return, Nico will be standing there. Okay, time for the big guns. Can you roll me a strength?
16.
Nico will instruct you to follow him deeper into his hut. He lifts up a sheet, and with a good enough strength roll, he looks at you and says, "All right, let's push this baby out."
What's going to happen? Any heads up?
What you see is a large rectangular-shaped object, very heavy, with a covering over top of it. He just laughs and says, "You'll see." And you guys are able to pretty easily push it out. The crate is in the main section, and so is this big object. With a quick swipe, Nico removes the covering, and in front of you, you see a giant ballista.
Oh, okay.
Ever seen one of these bad boys?
I have, but I haven't spent a whole lot of time operating one. Do you know how to operate one?
Nope. We're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to shoot it?
First, open up that crate. Do you have fire?
I have my glowing thing. I pull that out and shake it. Oh, wait, you want me to light these?
Yes.
That makes more sense.
Do you have a fire? Yeah. You got fire.
I was thinking like just for light. Yeah, I have a tinder kit in my bag. I'm going to need some cloth or something, unless there's... does it look like, looking at the bolts, that they are flammable, or do I need to attach like a cloth to it and light the cloth?
No, you will not need anything. He'll rip the crate open. Inside you see projectiles that you could either throw or fit into the ballista. And there are wicks on the end of each one. Light that bad boy. Throw it out.
Okay. I'm going to take one of the bolts and load it into the ballista, and then permission to fire.
Permission granted.
I'm going to light it and then attempt to fire the ballista.
Where do you aim?
In the direction of... From where I am, can I see the area where the spears and things that were coming at Iron Hammer, like where they were coming from?
Yeah. You have the direction towards the west, and around you, you're covered in canopy, so there are a couple different hills that you'd imagine they'd be stationed at. However, there is also the ground floor, so a couple different options.
Can I perceive any kind of movement or like anything that would seem like the most sure shot?
Roll an investigation.
8.
You see a couple flickers of movement in the brush in the hills above.
That's where I fire.
Without hesitation, you let loose, and with just this humongous boom, a rocket projectile fires out of the ballista, taking into account the angle and the trajectory, hits the hill towards the west, exploding, and you see 3 astral bodies torn up and thrown into the sky, just limbs sprawled out everywhere.
This is very impressive.
However, what you also notice is the lights from the explosion. You see many eyes.
Shit.
Back in the hut, Felix and Penelope, you two are currently tied together with the rope. What would you guys like to do?
Not wanting to mess around with this drunkenly tied note, or not note. Jesus Christ, who's drunk here?
Are you still drunk?
I'm currently getting there. I'm going to pull out my dick knife and just cut myself free. And then I'm going to run into the fray. And who am I going to see first? Iron Hammer or fucking Stenwick?
You would see Iron Hammer. He was taking the body back to Gertie's.
Okay. I'm going to yell at Iron Hammer. Where are they attacking from?
Good question. No idea.
Oh?
I mean, the spears are coming from all over the place,
Okay.
right? Not just like one direction.
Yeah. Felix, after asking Iron Hammer that, you then...
Get hit by a spear.
No, you hear a loud boom as you whip your head and see Stenwick manning a ballista in the middle of the outpost.
Okay. I guess I'll approach Stenwick then and ask him, like, do we know roughly where they're attacking from, and can we see them?
With the explosion of that bolt, is there any fire or anything from where I had shot it?
Yeah, there are smolders, which helps you see more movement.
There's a lot more out there, and I'm just going to nod in that direction toward where the embers and smoldering ruins are.
All right. Do I have to cast daylight on something, or can I just cast it as like a ball in the sky over a general area, like basically create a small sun?
Good question. Can you just cast it on the sun
Or the moon?
and make the moon the sun?
Oh, you only get a 60-foot distance, but yeah, you could probably just throw it straight up in the sky. Well, while we're waiting, Penelope, Felix has cut the rope off of his foot. It is still tied to yours, and he has dashed out of the hut. What would you like to do?
So am I awake? Like, I mean, I rolled, if you remember, I think I rolled like a 1, and that was why I was just completely shit-faced.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say it woke you up, but you're very groggy. So you can choose if you want to go back to sleep.
I'll roll out of bed, and I'll just kind of like wander out into the open and see what's going on. Who would be right outside of the hut?
The only people that would be outside would be a couple of chungies. At this point, Stenwick and Felix would be in the main platform. Iron Hammer, I'm not sure where you're going.
Can the Chungies see in the dark?
You have no idea right now.
Do they seem like they're doing anything? Or are they just like running around aimlessly like they normally do?
Funny you ask. Roll a perception.
Yeah, 24.
They are just kind of running around wildly, as frantic as they usually walk. But what you can tell is they are kind of dividing into groups with like leaders in front.
Oh.
You can spot Shvaggy leading a group of his own.
I go join Swaggy's group. I go where the Chungies go.
Okay. So Penelope, he's with the Chungies, and the other two are in the main platform.
I'm just gonna kind of stumble over to the Chungies and just kind of look at Shaggy and be like, "What's going on, man?"
Forgetting they can't speak.
He's trying to speak in sentences as he's pointing at like the younger ones, kind of like disappointed, like he has to train them, and then he points at like the older ones, like it's gonna be tough.
I give him a fist bump.
They'll fist bump you back.
Now that I see Iron Hammer, I'm just gonna Iron Hammer. What's all the commotion?
What's all the hullabaloo?
What's all the hullabaloo? Well, a guard got murdered. Something just exploded. Did I see the ballista?
Yeah, you definitely would have seen and heard it.
Yeah, someone's been throwing spears. And Chungies look like they know what's up, so I'm going with them.
Do you need my help?
Probably.
All right. Just gonna turn around and go back to the hut for like a hot second. Just kind of collect myself.
Okay.
You're an alchemist. Can you make some like smelling salts? Wake yourself up.
Actually, can I try and make a potion quick?
Yeah.
I made the smelling salt.
Gotcha.
Asking Stenwick, do we know where they're attacking from? Like roughly?
Yes, yeah, I point to where the smoldering ruins and everything is on the ground. And I'm like, there's a whole lot more of them down there.
All right. So roughly 30 feet above the point of like where that smoldering ruins is, I'm going to cast daylight.
As he's doing that, I am loading up a second ballista and preparing to fire it once I can see better.
So, Felix, you cast sunlight 30 feet above. This raging ball of light flies out of your hands and illuminates the twilight of the forest. And as it hovers to its resting place, once it hits, you just see dozens of pairs of eyes.
I light the bolt of fire.
Stenwick, you take a shot.
Heck yeah.
And you take out, I mean, you're on the high score now. You take out probably another 5 or 6.
Nico, is this the only one of these you have?
Yeah.
Roughly how far away is this like point that I've illuminated?
60 feet out, but it's still 30 feet above and away from them.
Well, my question is could I feasibly throw a spear back?
Yeah, you could try.
I'm going to mutter under my breath, it's payback time, motherfuckers. And I'm going to retrieve the spear that was once into my eagle form. And I'm going to look at it, kind of kiss the shaft and just fucking haul off on it. Not really aiming as much as just like hoping that, you know, there's a dense enough population in this area that I'm going to hit fucking something.
You're kissing the shaft, not the tip.
I always kiss the shaft, never the tip.
That's a phrase I never wanted to hear. And now I've heard it like 4 times.
Yeah, just give me a hit.
Got a nat 1. I stab myself in the fucking foot.
Roll damage.
God damn it. 1d6. 2.
Felix, you take the spear out, kiss the tip, wind back, and just impale it into Stenwick's back.
What the fuck?
Dealing 2 points of damage.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Hey, listen.
Goes straight through you.
I have no fucking idea what I'm doing here. I'm just trying to help.
Can you pull this thing out? I can't reach it. It's like right in the worst part of my back.
It's right in the crotch.
I'm gonna like put my foot against Stenwick's back and just kind of yank it out.
I mean, I was gonna say it's more like a fork. It's not like you really pierced him.
Oh yeah, I guess with 2 points of damage, it barely like stopped.
Find somewhere else to stand. Somewhere preferably not directly behind me if you're going to be throwing things.
Felix, before you move, if you choose to, can you roll me a perception?
17.
Where would you like to move to?
All right, so I guess I'm gonna move like not directly behind Stenwick. I guess I'm gonna try to go more towards like I guess like the bridge between the center platform and is that the general store there?
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna go there. And what did I perceive was such a beautiful fucking perception roll?
After pulling the metal fork out of Stenwick's back, heading over to closer to Duvin's hut so as to not piss off the lieutenant anymore. Felix, what you notice is on the platform to the southeast is Ironhammer and the Chungies training, but next to their feet on the edge of the branches, you see 5 grappling hooks hit and connect.
Well, fuck me running. Okay.
Now that I made my little smelling salt concoction, I'm gonna stand up from inside of the hut, pull out my 2 swords, and just like pretty much run out like I'm a coke addict, like just full board. I want to try to kind of run past the Chungies and Ironhammer and just kind of keep going just to see what all I see as soon as possible.
Are you screaming the whole time?
Yes.
Penelope, like a bat out of hell, whipping your swords around your head, just screaming your head off as snot bubbles are coming out of your nose. You pass by Ironhammer and the Chungies, and similar to Felix, you can spot those grappling hooks embedded into the branches as the ropes attached are becoming snug.
Would I be able to try to cleave the ropes as I'm running past it?
Yeah, roll me an attack.
Just for my own reference here, are the grappling hooks made of metal?
No, they are made of stone. Same as the ones from Nico when you guys first entered the outpost. Not the exact same thing, but same material.
Same material. They're stone, not metal grappling hooks. Okay. Well, poop. Okay.
So I rolled an 18, and that's without any modifiers.
Running past, spotting these 5 grappling hooks, you were able to take out 3 of them, letting the ropes fall limp. You can even hear a dull thud. Actually, 3 dull thuds as the ropes land.
Does he run past me before he gets there?
He would run around the outside so he can spot you.
Oh, I just want to, if I do see him, I just want to yell out, grab a couple of these bolts. You won't be able to fire them because I have the only ballista, but you can use them a different way. They explode.
I say explosion, and then I'm going to run over and try and grab one quick.
Yeah, grab a couple. There's 24 in here, so take 3 or 4.
How big are the bolts?
Pretty heavy. You'd be able to carry 1 in each hand.
So after I cut the ropes, I'll run back and grab them then, because I want to have those in my hand, not the swords.
Stenwick, as you are getting ready for whatever next wave could be coming, you see Sergeant Arnie run from the other side of Nico's hut. He's out of breath and says, "Look, fire to the north, quick."
I turn to the north and I fire. Do I take a moment? I take a moment to see if I can sense any movement.
Yeah, it's pretty much complete darkness. To the north, it is flatter land. Nothing up top right now. It's all ground level.
I'm just gonna, in the direction that he's pointing, I am going to wait. Does this daylight spell? Is it too far to be affected?
Yeah, this is like far north now.
Okay,
it's not the west.
Gotcha. Yeah, I am gonna light it and fire.
You take a shot. It hits. It explodes, and you see nothing for a second, just smoldering, and then a moment later, body parts rain down as well as armor. Sergeant Arnie looks at you and says, Where do they go?
I look at the armor.
Roll me a wisdom.
Just a 4.
You feel the same way. You hit them, but for some reason it took a couple seconds until you actually saw their body parts land.
Yes. Hey, they can go invisible. I don't know who knows and who doesn't know that, but I'm going to load up another bolt and just keep it trained in the direction where I fired the last one.
Felix, what would you like to do? You know they're coming from the west and the north, and there are some coming towards Ironhammer right now to the south.
Just a group coming from the south?
From the grappling hooks. There's still 2 left.
There's still 2 left. Okay. And they're made of stone. Fuck. Okay. I'm going to alert Ironhammer of this grappling hook issue. I'm just going to yell out, "Hey, Ironhammer, there's fucking 2 guys coming up on grappling hooks there. If you want to address that issue." And
I'd
then
very much like to do that.
turning my attention to the west where I have, created the sun, feeling, almost godlike. I'm going to cast call lightning in that area. And I'm just going to try to fucking smite some motherfuckers with lightning.
Yeah, roll me a hit.
Fucking 23.
Yep, now roll damage.
16 points of damage.
Right before you cast, however, you feel a heavy arm on your shoulder as Mop says to you, "You ready, big guy?"
Oh, fucking right, buddy.
You feel some of his power enter your body as your call lightning becomes a call lightning storm.
Oh.
The canopy just erupts in blue-white light as you see a dozen astrals just shaken, paralyzed, look up into the sky, and then just fall over dead.
Does the area over there light up when that happens?
Yes.
I'm going to use the brief amount of light to target what I'm shooting next, and then I'm going to fire.
Yeah, taking a shot, you take out a further dozen astrals that were running away from the lightning storm.
Christ, how many of these motherfuckers are there?
So far, you guys have taken out a bunch.
We're taking out dozens at a time.
At this point, Ironhammer, there are
Grappling hooks, right?
There are grappling hooks, yes.
Can I look over and see if are there lots of them climbing up the grappling hooks?
Like spider monkeys, you see at least 24 starting to climb up the grappling hooks. What you notice, though, is they are not as full grown.
Okay, I'm going to turn my mace on, but bonus action. I'll hold the blue. I'm just going to smash one of the grappling hooks.
Yeah, roll damage.
That's a 14.
In the time it takes you to realize that they are climbing up and to turn your hammer on, you can smash the one grappling hook off. However, 5 of them were able to get up as more are coming on the other grappling hook.
Now, are the grappling hooks sort of next to each other?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians in such a way that the Spirit Guardians are around both the grappling hooks. So when they climb into they'll be climbing sort of into the area. And then let me find how big Spirit Guardians is real quick. Wait, do the Spirit Guardians are they just around me? They might just be around me, actually.
Yep. Yeah, they flit around you to a distance of 15 feet.
I will still do that, but I would stand next to the grappling hooks in such a way that I am by both of them. And then any of the astrals that are within 15 feet of me have to make a wisdom saving throw.
That's a 10.
No, my DC is a 14. So they take... Wow, what a terrible roll. They all take 8 damage.
Yeah, since it's not that much, I'm going to say you hit 10 of them for 8 damage. Kind of threw them off a little bit when they got on the platform. So you have time to make your next move. But at this point, Trip. Penelope, what would you like to do?
So I just witnessed the mother of all lightning storms come down in the distance. How far away was it again?
From the platform?
Yeah.
Close to 100 feet.
So I know I grabbed the bolt from Stenwick, but it's safe to assume that the astrals are climbing up from the forest floor. So I have a potion of the sludge bomb that I want to go and just drop, kind of throw down below me, because it's not going to cause any fire or anything, but it's going to knock any of the people that are down there kind of out.
Yeah, which direction did you want to go to?
So whichever way has the most grappling hooks that I can see.
Yeah, you can dash over to the eastern side of the outpost, uncork your potion, and dump some down. From a liquid becomes basically a green jelly slime, and it will seep over the 2 remaining grappling hooks. So there are still 10 damaged astrals up top, but the ones at the bottom are now stuck to each other.
I mean, anything after that, I'm just kind of on the lookout for any more grappling hooks coming up.
This whole time, I'm just lobbing more bolts in the direction of where I think more of these things could be coming, or anytime I see movement.
Felix, do you want to roll me a perception?
Of course, since I am strangely the most perceptive member of our group.
Hey, I've got +5 too, buddy.
I've got +6, so fucking blow me.
Hey,
18.
right. Calm down, Legolas.
I can see forever.
What do your elven eyes see?
What do your elves' eyes see?
Felix, what you see is the 10 astrals lining up, 10 baby astrals lining up in front of Ironhammer and the Chungies. Most of them have either their wrist blades out or spears. However, one has a projectile-looking weapon in its hands, aimed towards the center, towards Stenwick.
All right. So here's a logistical question here. If I turn into a polar bear, does my concentration end?
Using wild shape does not interrupt your concentration on a spell.
So, noticing these fucking shithead motherfuckers in front of Ironhammer, I'm going to,
Don't hit me with lightning.
try to protect my homie. I'm going to turn into a goddamn polar bear because I have seen a polar bear. I guess my question is, can I navigate? Like, is there enough room for me to navigate as a polar bear up here?
You just fall through the platform, actually, because you're so heavy now.
Right. Like, that's my question before I do this.
Oh, if you get too close to me, by the way, I don't know if your character would know this. I didn't designate you as not getting fucked up by my spirit guardians, so you're going to get fucked up by my spirit guardians.
So here's the thing. I'm going to say there is enough room. However, you're going to have to roll a dex to make it wherever you want.
I'm going to have to roll a dex to make it where I want.
To squeeze around my spirit guardians.
Well, here's my fucking thinking, because I'm going to circumvent Ian's little spirit boys. I'm going to turn into a polar bear, and I'm going to try to like lunge at this group of 10 and take as many of these motherfuckers over the edge with me as I can.
Oh, that, okay. I don't know if that's a good idea.
I'm a polar bear. Like, it's we said 25-foot drop? I could definitely handle that.
But then I can't keep beating them up because now they're off the edge and I'm still upstairs.
Yeah, but there's still more. You can take some. I guarantee I'm not going to take 10 fucking astrals with me.
I don't know.
I mean, if I do, that'd be impressive. That'd be impressive as hell. And then at that point, I'm on the ground as a polar bear, and I'm just going to start fucking eating motherfuckers.
You do what you think is reasonable.
Well, then can I roll a d10 to determine how many of these motherfuckers I take with me?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And I imagine you want a d20 to see if I even take anybody with me.
You roll 1 and just charge straight off the edge.
Just fucking... because that would be Felix.
Yes, so roll me a hit and its strength, so you get advantage.
Nat 20, baby.
Jesus. So for that, I'll give you a D10 with advantage.
A D10 with advantage. Ooh. I'm going to take as many of these cocksucking motherfuckers with me as I can.
1.
10. I'm not even fucking shitting you.
All right. Now what I need is a dexterity disadvantage.
A dexterity with disadvantage. Okay. Well, I just rolled a nat 1. So I won't even bother rolling again. I take all 10 with me and break all 4 of my legs.
Basically. Felix, I mean, Mop isn't even expecting it. He was so thrilled with how much damage you guys just caused.
Is he going to take damage from my spirit guardians?
Yeah, Felix, roll me a wisdom saving throw, because you are entering it for the first time.
Fuck, 7. I'm getting wrecked here.
I'll roll damage for that. Not too bad. 9.
9 points of damage.
Yeah.
That's as my werewolf form, right? Or werebear grizzly.
Yes.
Oh, your speed would be halved when you entered that too. Not if that probably makes a difference since you probably have lots of speed as a bear, but
Yeah, I've got a 40-foot speed.
Man, you
and a 30-foot swim.
were so fucking smart to choose a polar bear because you have 42 hit points.
It's the strongest bear.
True, actually.
I know that.
Well, is it?
Because it's the biggest bear.
You think a polar bear would be a grizzly bear though? Grizzly bears are bulky boys.
Have you ever seen like the breakdown of like the size of a polar bear compared to a grizzly bear compared to a black bear compared to a person?
Yeah, but I feel like grizzly bears have more mass.
Polar bears are so much fucking bigger, bro.
I don't know, man. Grizzly bears they're bulky boys.
The Wicked Witch of the West, bro.
So 9 points of damage, you said?
9 points of damage for that one. You
that one.
You call down this lightning storm and immediately turn to go help Ironhammer, transforming into a polar bear as electricity just kind of fades throughout you and disperses. You take a running charge at these little baby motherfuckers, hitting them with
fuck them kids,
fuck
bro.
them kids, hitting them with the wide side of your body. You wipe out all 10, including the one that was about to take a shot at Stenwick. Unfortunately, with your dex, you are not able to keep a foot onto the platform as you end up tumbling along with them. After a couple seconds of falling, you land on top of, about a dozen of them. Killed all 10, killed some of them in the slime. However, you land on your back, taking an additional 35 points of damage.
Oof.
I turn back into Felix.
And you are now on the ground. More astrals coming to swarm you.
Alrighty then.
Wait. There's astrals coming to swarm him. Can I see him from where I am?
He would be behind you.
You shoot him with the ballista and put him out of his misery.
Am I able to turn my ballista to see him, or is he out of my line of sight?
I mean, you knew where he was going. I mean, you could hear and see the polar bear charge, so you know the direction, yes.
If I turn around, would I have a shot at the things coming toward him, or based on my positioning, do I not have any of that?
Yes, but you would need to roll a hit.
Yes, I'm going to do that. Am I rolling with disadvantage still? Is this the dexterity?
Oh, yes.
That's a 10.
Hey, Mr. DM, what kind of forest did Felix live in prior to waking up?
I'd say probably evergreen, just off the top of my head. Stenwick, you take a shot, lining it above Felix's head, you'd assume, and with another great big explosion, you take out another group of astrals, this time to the east. Felix, you are hit with a couple of random limbs and fire, so you take an additional 5 points of damage.
There's still a grappling hook, right? Are there still things climbing up the grappling hook?
There's one still attached, and there are some trying to get up currently, getting past the slimed ones right now. But yes, they are still climbing up.
Is Felix like surrounded by them now?
Felix has a couple seconds to catch his bearings. There is none currently going for him. Stenwick was able to wipe them off.
Oh, I guess I'll leave a grappling hook so Felix can get back up. I'll just lean over and I'll cast Sacred Flame on the top one, climbing up the grappling hook. So the target has to succeed on a dex saving throw.
Failed.
He takes 8 damage.
Hitting him with the what was it? The
Sacred Flame.
Shooting this out of your hands, almost like a PK fire. This astral takes it to the face and drops the rope and falls backwards. There's still more following behind. At this point, Sergeant Arnie is going to call for help. He looks over at you, Penelope. Is there anything you can do over here to the north? What you see is there are more trying to ascend the outpost again.
How far away are they? Are they like the 25 feet pretty much, like to the base?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I mean, almost like a horde. They're crowding the base.
So these bolts, they have to be on fire for them to explode.
Mm-hmm.
How long until they explode after you light them on fire?
I'd say 5 seconds.
So the last potion that I have that I've been kind of holding on to, it's the Philosopher's Stone potion.
Do you see what you want to see?
It turns
Into
any
gold.
inanimate object into. They come to life for 10 minutes.
Oh,
Bro, that's fucking wild.
They obey any command that I give out. So I was going to take the two, put some of the Philosopher's Stone on them, have them jump down and run and pretty much kill themselves.
Yeah, let's do it. Well, come on. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about the lighting time. Can I give them like a little match to like jump down with them and like light themselves on fire and then go and kamikaze?
Yo, this is like the Sorcerer's Apprentice from Disney. Just like the mops come to life and then run off.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm envisioning.
Except these are rockets.
These are rockets. They're gonna fucking kill a bunch of alien fuckers.
Yeah, so I mean that's kind of my plan. Let me know what I need to roll for it.
Yeah, just roll me 2 D10s.
7 and 5.
Taking the 2 ballista bolts that Stenwick told you to grab from the crate, you drop a squirt of your Philosopher's Stone potion on each one. Probably the most weird thing you've ever seen so far. They both grow eyes and a mouth, and they both look at you and say, "What's up, boss? What can we do?"
I mean, I guess a tinderbox I'd take out, and I rip off like two little twigs and light them on fire, be like, and instruct them to jump down and go light themselves on fire, run towards the group of astrals.
What if they like are sentient and they want to have a life and just settle down? And you're like, hey, I know I just brought you into this world, but I want you to become a suicide bomber.
Boss.
The world of D&D has some pretty horrible implications.
Boss, we want to be lovers.
What is my purpose?
They want to love you too. I mean, think about like what is it from Rick and Morty, the butter machine?
Yeah.
Butter machine.
So both of these ballista bolts also somehow grow fingers, arms and fingers, and they give you thumbs up. And with their hands, which for some reason are as long as Chungy arms.
God damn it!
Do they have like?
How do you do this?
Are they just like screaming in terror?
Are they more cursed than they were? Like, can you make it worse than what they already are? Like a sentient explosion? No, they have to have like 20-foot fucking arms.
Yeah. So they grab the already lit matches, and they hold each other's other hand as they jump off the platform and lit their own butts on fire. Boom, boom.
God.
And you take out a dozen astrals at the base.
That's the thing I feel worst about out of everything we've done.
Wait a minute here.
Wyatt.
They weren't on the side that I was on, right?
No.
Okay.
They're to the north.
All right. Just making sure. I don't want to get exploded before I do something fucking wild.
Oh, no. Well, at this point, Felix, you become conscious again due to 2 more huge explosive bombs. When you come to light, you see just dead astral body parts all around you as more are starting to come up the grappling hook and come towards you.
Realizing my dire straits, I think back to a time where I'm sitting on the front porch of my own home back in the good old days when I was just a hermit. And I remember a time when another mountain dwarf visited me, and he had a pipe full of mountain grass. And we sat on the porch and smoked all day. And we could have sworn we seen a creature, a beast, that has only been explained to in legends. And this beast, I decide that would probably be my best chance of survival. So in a desperate attempt to save my own skin, I'm going to use my second chance at wild shape and turn into a giant ape.
A gorilla.
No, a giant ape.
Is there a difference?
There's
a giant ape, like giant?
Like
a King Kong giant?
Like a giant fucking ape.
I think gorillas are already giant, so I'm just trying to parse the difference.
bigger than a gorilla. Significantly bigger than a gorilla would be my guess.
So King Kong, got it.
I mean, just going off the stats, it's probably 3 times the size of the polar bear.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So what would you like to do?
This is why you like throwing your shit so much.
Bingo.
You learn from the giant apes.
I'm going to try to use my multi-attack and make 2 fist attacks on basically the closest living fucking... Actually, can I... Since I'm fucking giant, you said there's astrals climbing up the rope.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use one of my attacks to grab the rope and basically fucking sling it over my head and whip these astrals as far as I can?
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. Roll me a strength with advantage.
So here's another question. Am I still drunk as an animal?
Absolutely.
That's fucking great.
You're a drunk giant ape.
So basically what I am right now in real life, nat 20 motherfucker.
Jesus, you guys are annoying. I like this picture, so I'm gonna give it to you with a nat 20. You're able to easily rip this rope. Well, I guess rip the grappling hook off the platform, and there are, I mean, just loads of them around you. How would you like to throw it, and how far?
So I'm gonna fucking sling this motherfucker around my head a couple times like a old school cowboy in a rodeo. I'm just gonna whip this fucking grappling hook with how many of these astrals are on it? Just out of my own curiosity.
8.
I'm gonna whip these fuckers as far as I can throw. Which, if we're going based off of my attack, I can go 50 to 100 feet. I'm going the full 100, baby.
Even with a limit of 100 feet. What happens is you whip these things so fast, like you're about to shot put, and throw them so far that just for my amusement, they hit the tree that you guys set on fire the other day, like miles away.
So I whip those fuckers away, and then with just like out of satisfaction, I'm gonna swat at the ground and see how many. Like, just get the closest astral that I can get and just try to basically swing a fist at him and see what happens.
Yeah, roll a hit.
So that is an 11 plus 6 is 17.
Just taking out all your aggression, you swing your right fist, just balled up, and you hit 3 astrals, 3 of the tinier ones, but you swing along the floor. So what happens is you take off all of their bodies as all 3 of their heads hover in the air for half a second as they drop dead.
Oh shit, I don't even have to roll for damage?
No, you just fucked them up.
Damn, son.
Yeah, Jesse, fuck them up.
Now, Felix, can you roll me a dex with disadvantage?
13.
Taking in the moment after swinging these astrals hundreds of feet away, you are paralyzed. You feel just a shock in your back as multiple nets collapse around you.
What? You've got to be fucking shitting me.
Oh no, this is like King Kong.
This is literally King Kong.
Ironhammer up top. You can see all this happening, and Shvaggy looks at you.
I look at Shvaggy.
He says,
We lock eyes.
and slams his staff onto the platform.
I that is not.
And then he jumps off.
I follow him.
All of the chunkies behind him follow
Holy fuck.
as they swirl down the thicket of vines and form a circle around Felix, the giant ape, the grape ape.
Down there as well.
There are a dozen chunkies surrounded by a dozen astrals coming towards you guys. Ironhammer, is there anything you'd like to do?
I'd like to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Help me loose, motherfucker.
Spiritual Weapon's a bonus action. Yeah, Spiritual Weapon. My mace is still on. My Spirit Guardians, how long's it been? They last for 10 minutes.
Yeah, they'd still be following you.
Cool. Okay, Spirit Guardians are here. Spiritual Weapon. I have a flaming anvil. I smash it into an astral. Okay, 22.
To hit?
Yeah.
Yep, that hits.
So 10 points of damage.
Slamming your anvil into one of the astrals, it doesn't kill it. Does a decent amount of damage, but it is knocked prone just from the severe weight.
Did I land within 15 feet of any of them?
Yes.
Okay, those guys also need to make wisdom saving throws.
That's a 16.
The DC is a 16 or 14. Sorry, so they say. Okay, use my action to. Can I pull the nets off? Can I try and cut through the nets of the great ape?
Roll me a dex.
12.
Yeah, you're able to cut one of them loose. You got pretty much his left foot out, but there are about 5 nets on him, so it will take some time.
Can I gesture to the chungies and just point at the nets? See if I can get them to help me.
So you do that. However, what you notice is they're not paying attention to you. They are now in perfect formation.
Whoa.
Kicking ass. Imagine a dozen chungies.
Spartans.
Fighting drunken master style with staves. With their super long arms. And they look like they're off balance, but they're just whooping butt.
You know what? I'll let them do their thing then.
Schwaggy's doing 360s and just whipping fools.
Then as my turn ends, I take the last second to just appreciate what I'm watching.
Stenwick, can you roll me a perception?
4.
You reach down to load your ballista and feel nothing.
I reach down and I feel nothing.
You feel nothing.
I look down.
You see multiple astrals climbing the main thicket of vine, and the crate is no longer there.
What? Is the crate in their hands?
Yeah, I'll say you can see it in one of their hands below.
The astrals are there.
I mean, it's just increasing. You can see probably 6.
Well, this sucks. I'm going to pull out a piece of cloth and light it with my tinder kit, and then I'm going to drop it into the box. And then I'm going to hide. I'm going to go duck behind something. So I'm just dropping it over the side into the box.
Roll me, just a dexterity, but it's going to be disadvantage.
12 on the first, 16 on the second, but that's 12 plus 3, so 15.
Realizing that your main arsenal has now just been taken away from you, you are not going down without a fight. As you rip a piece of cloth off and light it on fire.
Sorry, Nico.
Dropping it from the main platform, it hovers like a leaf falling through the sky until it eventually lands on top of the crate that one of the astrals is carrying down. Almost like another Mandalorian. Picture a seismic charge.
Oh.
It's deadly silent, and then in an instant, the main platform.
Oh, is that the dubstep bomb?
Yeah, the base of the main platform, all those thickets of vines, is just blown in half. The astrals are dead, the ones that took the crate. However, the platform you're on with the ballista is now starting to topple.
Oh no, the one with the ballista?
Mm-hmm.
How large is the platform? Am I able to push the ballista or roll it away from where it's collapsing onto something that's sturdier?
You're going to have to be very quick. In front of you is Sergeant Arnie and Penelope.
Hey, I need help right now. Grab this. We gotta push it out before the platform collapses.
So this whole entire time, I've had the other end of the rope tied to my leg.
Right, yes.
Can I take the loop off my leg and see if I can just make the hole bigger, throw it to Stenwick to wrap around the ballista?
Yeah, that'd work.
I grab it and attempt to tie it around the ballista as quickly as possible. And then I'm going to jump off the platform and start pulling on the rope.
Yes, if you two could roll me strength checks.
Is Arnie helping?
Arnie will help. You both get advantage.
14.
22 and 21.
Arnie only got a 12, but with Penelope's sheer strength and Stenwick's fortitude, you guys are able to get the ballista onto the northern platform moments before the middle platform crumbles and collapses. It is now just a circle of the outpost. And at this time, there are more climbing up on all 4 sides.
Shit. You said we did pull the ballista off the platform?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to let go of the rope and pull out my hand crossbow and just pick a side. At this point, I don't even think it matters. I'm just going to pick a side and start shooting down, towards the heads of the astrals climbing up.
Roll me a hit.
Okay. I rolled a 20.
And then also give me another D20.
Just a 5.
Stanwyck, realizing you're in the muck of it all, you just start taking shots from the northern barrier, just aiming straight down. You just one after another, you're able to take out 5 in a row, 5 headshots. Felix, you are still trapped in the net as Ironhammer is trying to free you. You're able to get 2 or 3 in. However, you guys are overwhelmed by the Astrals. The Chungies can't hold all of them off. There's dozens of them. Penelope.
So at this point, Stenwick, Captain, whatever his name was, and myself, we're the only ones that are still up in the trees, essentially, right? Because all the Chungies dropped.
So it's you 3 up top. That's it. All the other guards have been wiped out. Rogers is still recuperating.
From a quick observation, all the Astrals that are coming out there, they look younger. Have we seen from Felix's daylight spell any like older Chungi or older Astral or anyone that looks to be like in charge or anything?
Funny thing you mentioned that. Roll me a perception.
17.
So Penelope, taking a second to really take everything in. You notice it's not twilight anymore. It's the sun's coming up. You can see pretty clearly now, and there are still dozens, maybe 100 coming at you. But you're correct. What you notice is they're kind of younger. Maybe some of the age that you've seen before, but really nothing too dangerous until you look out north at the cherry blossom tree, the one that Felix noticed as an eagle, and you do see an Astral, one that you'd assume is maybe the general, maybe leading it, because he's standing close to 20 feet tall.
we never noticed this guy.
Now that the sun's out, you can see him just staring.
How far away is he?
Sun's out, guns out.
Miles away up north. In the moment of despair, Penelope, once you notice that there's something a lot bigger. There are many more coming. You hear the sound of a horn coming from behind you to the south.
The Cirrus people?
How far away actually is it?
It is very far. It's gonna be another trip. However, do you turn around when you hear this horn?
Yeah, I'll turn around.
What you see are a few guards heading towards you, full armor, with the crown insignia of Cirrus across their chests. And what they're riding, however, are not horses, but velocipedes. As they charge in.
What? I wish they were riding horses because that'd be more majestic. Like fucking velocipedes, they look like a bunch of 7th graders riding up on their fucking
on tricycles. They're tiny
as they fire off their bows and just start throwing spears, and they start fending off the waves of Astrals. It takes a few moments, but you guys feel like you are starting to get the upper hand. And Felix, you are now out of the net. What would you like to do to the group of Astrals trying to run away in front of you?
I'm going to try to get as many of these Astrals running away as I can with my multi-attack. Basically, I'm going to like right hand swipe, take 4 steps, and like left hand swipe is try to just basically get 2 good lines of these assholes as I can.
Yeah, roll me 2 hits.
So the first one is an 18, and the second one is also an 18.
Okay, and then roll me. Just give me 2d6s plus your attack bonus.
16.
Now free, thanks to Ironhammer. You are in a frenzy as your
I mean, I didn't do shit.
as your blood-filled eyes just stare daggers at these Astrals trying to run. With your hands balled up like meat cannons, you take a swing with the right, wiping out 8 Astrals. Take a couple steps forward and take a swing with the left, wiping out another 8.
It's like Sauron at the beginning of Lord of the Rings, where he's...
Bingo.
You're evil.
It's the most OP form of Felix that you're gonna see. And now that I know that I can do it, you might see him a couple times.
And that's why the Grand Astral is like 50 feet tall.
The Grand Astral.
Grand Astral. Oh,
I
I'm
mean-
just gonna be taking like shots at the astrals. Like that's all I'm gonna, because I'm still up top. So I'm just gonna be shooting whatever I can see while the reinforcements come. I'm like barely even paying attention to them.
I mean, as a giant ape, I'm gonna try to just like follow as many of these fuckers as I can and try to kill them as I run behind them. Because yeah, they might have a big guy, but I'm also a big guy. So, and I have 3 hours as being an ape.
Penelope or Ironhammer? Anything that you guys want to leave us off with?
The only thing that I was thinking, and I don't think it's going to work, but we'll just do it. I'll just try it for show. So I have the Philosopher's Stone potion, the Sludge Bomb, and then I have a little bit of Growth Potion. Can I drink the Growth Potion?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And
no, you
this might
should
have
save the growth potion and give it to me when we fight the fucking Grand Astral.
You greedy little fuck.
It's super
Yeah, it is.
metagaming, and don't listen to me, but like
Ignore
that
him.
seems pretty ingenious.
I want to.
No,
wanna
yeah,
drink
do
the
what you
growth-
want to do, Ty.
Yeah, I want to drink the Growth Potion. Use my bonus action of giant might to grow an extra size larger than. Really, I just want to take and you said this is a couple miles.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
He's gonna try to whip something.
He's going to try to throw the slime.
No.
A few miles.
No?
I wanted to try and throw the dildo sword.
Oh my God.
Not the dildo
Miles.
sword.
Miles.
The dildo travels miles. Jesus.
Yeah, roll me.
So
Unfortunately, it's going to be another dex.
dexterity, not strength.
To throw a sword miles. I feel like it'd be strength.
I'll give you strength with advantage.
But it's really far.
It's very far.
Is the difficulty
Very.
class like a 30?
It's going to be pretty tough.
So
Watch him just one shot it. Dildo sword straight between the eyes.
and I'm not trying to kill it or anything. I just want to hit it, just to let it be known that we're a force to be reckoned with. So with the growth potion, how would that affect my strength?
Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. You get a plus 17.
I get a plus 17.
What?
Yes. Because you're going from, I'm assuming, a medium to large and then a large to huge.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, you get a plus 17
What the fuck?
on top of whatever you already have.
So first roll, that would be 32. And you say I get advantage?
Mm-hmm.
Getting the calculator out. It's a 79.
36.
Does it matter when the DC is 100?
He said 36.
Yeah.
You take your dildo sword out after chugging the growth potion and using your giant's might, becoming the largest you have ever been. You hold the hilt back as you're about to toss a spear, aiming directly onto this Grand Astral baby. Right before you throw it, however, a flush of anger hits you as you really take in the astral, and you're about to just completely whiff it. However, you have a vision of Sterling, and you whip the sword as you see it fly straight, not even dropping an inch, as it embeds itself in the astral's forehead.
For fuck's sake.
And it takes damage.
You just threw a sword several miles.
You don't know how much damage, but it took damage as it has to take a step back, take a knee, and catch itself.
I've got an idea. Next time, throw me.
Ooh, can I do that?
Yeah. It's like X-Men, you know?
Yes. Yeah, you could.
Nico,
Yes.
do you have any more of the ballista bolts? The box is out.
Yeah, I kind of figured that after I saw the platform fall. Yeah, I've got another couple cases.
Okay. Disregard. I was just thinking, what if I could shoot the ballista 100 miles, and I'll just start ballista in the tree.
just start throwing bullets like fucking Zeus.
Well, here's my thing.
The tree down.
Lightning bolts.
Can Felix the Great Ape use the ballista as a crossbow?
I have to say, at this point, Iron Hammer sees Penelope and the Great Ape and feels very small.
Where's Arnie?
He's still next to the ballista, next to you.
Oh, okay. That was some good fighting.
Yeah, I was not sure about that. I'm just glad they couldn't get into to Captain Rogers.
Yeah.
That was a close call.
You, I guess it is kind of morning. I was going to ask if you wanted to grab a drink or something. Maybe breakfast?
Yeah, how about breakfast and a drink, and then we stop into Rogers.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Felix definitely needs to sleep because I've used both of my wild shapes.
Felix, when you come back from chasing these astrals, are you just like, are you still like, or are you like, oh, I'm sleepy, but as a giant ape?
I mean, so did I chase them off and not get any more attacks on them?
Oh, I'd say you took out at least another couple dozen or so.
Okay, I'm gonna return and be fucking sleepy as hell and just turn back into Felix, and then immediately go not address anybody, just climb the fucking vines and go back to the fucking bunkhouse and just pass out.
Just walking past the Cirrus guards.
Yeah, I did my fucking
On their
part.
tricycles.
Deuces, bitches.